Hello, you're listening to CIO Leadership Live Australia. I'm Kathy O'Sullivan, Editorial Director for Foundry in Australia and New Zealand. And today my guest is Carrie Hugh, who is the Chief Digital Product Officer at e-commerce company New Aim. Carrie was our Next CIO winner in the 2024 CIO50 Australia, and it's an absolute pleasure to have her on the podcast today. Welcome, Carrie. How are you going?
Very well, thank you.
Great to see you again. And of course, the last time we caught up was at the CIO50 in Sydney. Congratulations on winning the Next CIO award. What does this accolade mean to you?
Thank you. Winning the Next CIO award, it's definitely an honour. And also it's a testament to the incredible support I've got throughout my career. From the mentors, our bosses at New Aim, founder Fung and Cecilia, PE is my team. This recognition highlights the power of technology in driving transformation and also innovation in this company here.
Excellent. Yes, and great to see that endorsement from the leadership at New Aim for you for the award. So look, take us back, Carrie. I'd love to hear about your career journey to date. I mean, how did you get your start in tech, and what have been some of the highlights of your career so far?
I've always had a passion and also curiosity for the digital world. And my journey into the technology world began by a chance. I didn't have a typical information technology background. With a background of accounting and finance from University of Melbourne, I actually started my career in loan and credit document preparation back in app. And by chance, I transitioned into project management, where I have developed skills in delivering large-scale digital projects. So the key has been really following my passion, continuous learning, staying very prepared, and when the opportunity comes, please make sure you catch it.
Absolutely. Great advice. And I'm sure all of that experience that you've had in many different areas has served you well, because you're now Chief Digital Product Officer at New Aim. So tell us a bit about, some of those core responsibilities that you have in your role and the areas of focus for you and the team.
Okay, I might chase a bit of time back when I first joined New Aim back in 2021 as head of digital product. It was a pivotal moment. So I was taking on the challenges in a new industry, so e-commerce, leading the digital transformations, and also eventually stepping into the CPO role. As the CPO now, I oversee our product strategies, not only digital transformation initiatives, but also business initiatives that enables technology advancement and innovation. So my team and I focus on developing scalable internal products, so supporting the largest e-commerce company in Australia, a lot of aging infrastructure and legacy systems that requires an uplift 3 years ago. And now we need to continue scaling them up to an advanced platform, which we have done. And we also developed what we call M-Core. So these are internal platforms that we have utilized to support the e-commerce operations. Part of that we have actually made it public, and you can access that via airroxy.ai.
So love to get a bit more into AIM-Core. Explain a little bit more. You've briefly explained it there about what AIM-Core is and how it's impacted New Aim's operations.
Sure. AIM-Core is a machine learning powered e-commerce platform. It revolutionized New Aim since 3 years ago. So it supports the digital supply chain operations and also built in some advanced capabilities, for example, market trend intelligence, dynamic pricing optimizations, and supported evidence-based product development. So it actually enabled over 15 million additional sales back in FY24. So on the efficiency gain side, the platform has also transformed the operational efficiency uplift roughly around 500%. It's a significant number. What that means is translating into SKU management per person. It has a reduction of 75% on the daily tasks that our people are spending. So that means our people is able to spend more time on intelligent and meaningful analysis rather than daily routine operations.
Yeah, great results there with that. And also, you and the team have been working on the Aeroxy platform, which I understand is also part of what you do with Aimcore. So explain to us, more about Aeroxy and what need it addresses.
Sure. Aeroxy was born from a vision to empower e-commerce retailers with actionable insight. It fills the gap in competitor analysis, market trend identification, and also pricing strategy optimization. New Aim started its e-commerce journey 20 years ago. Through that journey, we have learned a lot through trial and error. Now we would like to package our learnings and also technology, contribute back to the e-commerce community and empowering the SME community, help them to become more successful.
Excellent. So using all the insights that New Aim has learned in its 20 years and helping others on their journey, that's great to hear that New Aim is doing that. And of course, look, e-commerce, it's a rapidly evolving industry, and I'm sure so much has changed since New Aim started out 20 years ago. So how do you and the team identify those opportunities for innovation in such a rapidly evolving industry?
I'll say it starts with listening to our internal SMEs. Given we're the pioneer in the industry, a lot of knowledge sits within the business units. So I've been and also encouraging my team to engage with our customers, both internal and external customers, our business partners, to understand their pain points and needs. And we have our in-house built data platform. So we always need to go in with data analysis and some underlying supporting insights. I guess finally, encouraging and fostering a culture of curiosity. And we conduct fast experimentations before we actually scale it up for a strategic initiative. And that helps saving the money as well.
So it's also, I guess, crucial to have that buy-in from your ELT, from your senior leaders. So when you're looking at those large scale initiatives, I mean, how do you approach influencing those senior stakeholders and getting buy-in?
I'll say it's always challenging to get a lot of intelligent people agree on one single goal, isn't it? Influencing stakeholders, especially senior stakeholders, I'll say always begins by understanding the biggest problem that they would like to solve and they need to solve, or the opportunities that they want to catch. It's also about helping them to articulate their vision, also highlighting some tangible benefits. I focus on involving the ELTs in articulating the why and the strategic business goals. I can probably provide you an example. My team consistently emphasised that we need to uplift our B2B2C platform Dropship Zone 3 years ago. Simply telling my senior management team, it's not going to be receiving well because they don't have the context. So instead, I facilitated a strategic initiative prioritisation workshop with the ELT, really allowing them to articulate their vision for the next 3 to 5 years. So through this process, they have articulated clear business goal, which is to grow our product range to 1 million with our partners. So in this context, it becomes really clear the significant infrastructure uplift is required. And we had the opportunity or the luxury to spend 3 years aiming for that goal.
So you spoke earlier as well around, working with the subject matter experts within the business. So tell us a bit more about that role of cross-department collaboration, what role it plays in your own leadership style, and some other examples of how you foster it within New AIM.
Sure. Collaboration, I'll say, is at the heart of successful innovation. At New AIM, we've emphasised creating shared goals and also transparent communication channels. So we embraced agile cadences with delivery methodologies, so daily stand-ups, weekly sprint planning and retro, etc. Showcase it's particularly important so everyone is on the same page. So aligning teams with also our company OKRs so they understand what is the bigger goal, what I'm currently doing, whether it's serving or able to contribute to shifting the dial for our bigger goals, it is also important. So they can also make decisions themselves on a daily basis.
Now, Carrie, at the start of this interview, you paid tribute to the mentors who have helped you along the way. So tell us a bit more about how you believe mentorship has contributed to your own success as a leader and what impact, mentoring has on your team.
Okay. I would say I was very lucky and always been the beneficiary on able to find and catch a mentor throughout my career. So mentorship has been very pivotal to my career journey. I had very senior head of finance, such as head of finance back at NAB, being my mentor, etc. So they have really opened up my eyes in terms of how do I think of different the problems in different angles. They also challenged me very often. If I tell them a problem that I'm facing, they will ask me all the questions to help me think of the answers myself. I would like to also help my team in similar style. Instead of telling them the answers, I would like to also arm them with the capabilities that they can solve the problem themselves. Meanwhile, I always encourage people to also find their mentors. There is a saying, if you are the smartest person in the room, that's also a problem. So please get yourself mentors that can help you in your career journey and grow.
Great advice. I love that. So look, outside of New AIM, Carrie, I know you're very active in Inspiring Girls Australia, that organization. So can you tell us a bit more about Inspiring Girls Australia and its mission and purpose and your role in it?
So Inspiring Girls Australia is dedicated to encouraging young girls to pursue their dreams and careers in various fields, particularly in STEM or traditional male-dominated industries as well. So they don't need to box themselves into those typical female roles. So by connecting them with role models, we had doctors, entrepreneurs, engineers who's been role models and done school tours. We aim to break down the gender stereotypes and show them what are the possibilities. It's really been rewarding as part of the organisation, although in the past I've been really busy with the New AIM initiatives, but I managed to approach to very helpful role models and join the workshops and showing the girls what are the possibilities.
Yeah, great that you could give back outside of the organization as well, even though you had so much going on, looking for those other people who could step in as well and provide advice. So look, speaking of advice then, Carrie, you've had such great success at New Aim, driving digital transformation. What advice would you give to emerging leaders, aspiring CIOs who themselves are looking to drive transformation in their organizations?
Always start with a clear vision and addresses real business problems. Very often, unintentionally, we want to solve problems. So we jump into solution right away. But really giving yourself and your team some time, especially senior leaders, because they are all problem solvers, to think of the question, what is the root cause? And ask the team and yourself 5 whys. Why do you think that's the root cause? And that will actually help you to identify the biggest problem, put in probably the least efforts, and getting your biggest ROI.
So we're into a new year, 2025. What will you and the team be focusing on for the year ahead?
It's going to be a big year. Given the past 3 years, we have built a solid foundation. The new year, it's about scaling the adoption of New Aim and also AirRoxy. Driving efficiency and also profitability further with our partners. That will be our priorities in the new year.
Well, we wish you all the best with it. Looking forward to catching up with you in the months ahead. Carrie Hugh, Chief Digital Product Officer at New Aim and Next CIO winner for 2024. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. My pleasure.